Hi everyone, it's Holly. Welcome back to my channel, Crafting with Holly. Today, I'm going to show you how I took a simple card sketch that I saw on Pinterest and converted it into a single scrapbook page for my son and his girlfriend Gia, who went to her very first Red Wings game in Detroit 2 weeks ago. And this is going to be a home decor piece for them to have in their house during the month of February. How can you get this guide? It's super simple. In the description below is a link to join my email list through Constant Contact. I send out a Friday freebie every Friday at 6 p.m. in the evening, typically every week. And that guide will walk you through how to recreate this. It'll give you the sketch, it'll give you the measurements and everything. Plus, it'll give you access to the Google Drive with some closer pictures and close-ups. Sorry about that. I'm struggling this morning to talk. But without further ado, let me drop you down onto my desk. Let's walk through this amazing sweet collection, all the products that are in it, and let's get crafting. If you haven't had a chance to look at these products in person yet, I hope this gives you a sneak peek, kind of an idea of what these fabulous products look like in person. They're found on page 30 and 31 of the new mini catalog, and they are right here. I want to just unpackage them and let you see how amazing they are. This is the stamp set, the photopolymer stamp set, and you can see the images right here on the carrier sheet, and then this is what they look like on the acetate. You can see that I love them and I have used them quite a bit. These are the dies, and you're probably wondering, well, why is your envelope so puffy? Well, I've cut out pretty much every single image in the various colors, and I'm just keeping them here for the next projects that I'm going to use. But the die set is amazing, and I love the fact that you've got 4 different hearts. You've got this ginormous one, and then you've got arrows, the XOs, you've got these hearts. These can actually be layered on top of this die and cut out together. I love that idea in the catalog. This is really fun. You can put it onto that label tag die and cut that out as well. So those are the dies. I'll just pull these off to the side. Whoops. Yes, the pieces are in there loose, Holly, and they are going to fall out, which they did. So let me just tuck these back in here very carefully so that I can use them for another project. And then these are those really fun loose assortments. Look at how fabulous those are. The envelopes are precious. Oh my goodness, they are so cute. And then this is a surprise fan favorite of mine. It's the bubble bath, and it is called, what is it called? Oh, it's just a faux linen ribbon, but I love the length of it and I love the width. The width is perfect for tying little tiny bows. So you'll see that in my project coming up. And then these are the treat bags. I love that they have this side panel on it, and then they do turn into a traditional envelope, but you can cut these and turn them into flat bottom treat bags if you want to. And I've seen the company in the artwork use a sponge or a blending brush and colored the bags. Let's see if I can find it quickly. I should have just left it open to that page. They color the bags and turned it into a flat bottom bag right here on page 33. So many endless ideas that you can do with these, and I can't wait to show you some projects that I have in the works for them. The designer series paper is definitely the hero here, and I've consumed so much of it that I don't have 2 sheets each left to show you what they look like, but I wanted to show you the patterns up close and then show you the reverse sides and how amazing these are. And they just give you so many different possibilities. I think I'm missing, yep, there it is. I'm like, I know I'm missing another one. This polka dot is so pretty as well. And you know what? This has almost like a sheen to it. So it really pairs nicely with your projects. So now let me move these out of the way and show you an adorable, non-traditional Valentine's Day layout. My son and his girlfriend, Gia, went to the Red Wings game with us last weekend, and it was her very first game, which was so exciting. And so I wanted to create a single page layout for her. And I thought these papers from Made with Love are going to be so perfect. So we're going to start with a piece of the basic white 12 by 12 cardstock. And then I'm going to add this piece of the real red. Pretty sure it's real red. I apologize for not always knowing my color names. I'm getting better, I promise you. But I absolutely loved this color with these designer series papers. And you'll be seeing on my blog and social media that I created a card with these designer series papers and this very similar pattern. And I wanted to be able to show other people that are scrapbookers that you can do the same thing with these types of patterns. That just because it's a card doesn't mean that you can't enlarge the pieces and make them fit for a scrapbooking layout. And I thought that this was just such a great pattern and use of these designer series papers. And not to worry, you guys know if you follow along with me that on Fridays I love sharing free sketches when you join my email list. So make sure if you haven't joined my email list that you go over to craftingwithholly.com. It'll be in the description of this video, my website link. Just go over there and join my email. And every Friday, for the most part, I give out free sketches. And they are scrapbooking as well as card making. So I love to share inspiration every week. And this is a 5x7 photo. I love how big this is. And isn't it so perfect on this designer series paper? And I was really so proud of myself that I remembered to put my camera on the portrait setting, and you get that fabulous bokeh in the background. I'm going to drop in the video at the end. It'll probably be over on this side in this corner. The video that I share and walk you through how to print your own pictures from home. If you are not printing your pictures from home, you are doing yourself a disservice. And I love printing my pictures from home, and I have been for years. And the Epson 400 PM, which stands for Picture Mate, is my go-to for that. And so we're gonna put this photo, as if I can get it to not fall under this. I want that one to go there, and I want that one to go like that. And then look at these fabulous images that I've cut from the various cardstocks from the dies that I'm going to use. And let's get this picture on here first. And I'm going to get it lined up exactly where I want it to go, like that. And we're going to get this one to go down here. And I think I want it to go like that. I thought this would be really fun for her to have in her house as somewhere hanging up on one of their walls. And I am using the Stylish Shapes. You guys know this is like one of my jams. I love this one. Well, I used this center one, and then I just hand wrote with the black Stampin' Up! Journaling pen, which I thought I had one here on my desk, but I think it's in the other room. And I just wrote Gia's first Red Wings, and then that's going to go right over there, just like that. And then I've created all of these really fun clusters. We're going to tuck this one in like this and just have some of these kind of hanging out like that. I was going to take this little guy and kind of have him coming off, going towards the picture, I think. I wanted this down a little bit more. you can play around with these. There's just no right or wrong way. I just love layering, and these dies and shapes are just so perfect for that. And then I wanted the X and the O. Actually, I think I had this up higher, and I might have even had this on the photo. Maybe even go something like this, something like that. But then I wanted the X and the O to come down here. I accidentally touched it with my finger after I had stamped. Because you all know, if you follow me, that I am a messy crafter. And you know what? I think I might have even done something like this. I can't remember. I didn't take a picture. I should have. But then I have these really fun bows. I want one to go right there. And then these little ones are, I took the banner dies, the new party banner dies. I took this itty bitty one, the very last one, and I cut those all out, a flirty flamingo. And then I cut some 1 by 1 inch pieces out of, I think it might be cherry cobbler even. I don't even have my color swatch on here, so I can't tell you. It's either, I think it's actually real red. And then I used the mini alphabet dies to do game. And we're going to come down here with these little banners and put game down here. And I'm going to show you how I did these, because I popped the cardstock with dimensionals. Because the answer is yes, you should always use dimensionals. I got a little bit of adhesive on that, so I'm just trying to wipe that off. And then I'm going to just line that little guy up just like that. And then I took some green glue, put a little bit of adhesive, and I mean a little. And it's going to probably splooge out a little bit, but I've got some tweezers here, so I'm going to try and pick this up and wipe off a little bit of that extra glue. And then line this up. Just like so. Maybe stick it over just a smidgy. Just a smidge. Let's see if we can wiggle that over there. I've got some paper towel right here, so let me just tear off a little piece and just come over there and wipe that off. And there is my E. And then I want that to just kind of flank like that. You could even have it kind of come over here so that it's not fully there. Oh, I kind of like that, right? And then we're going to just use these little ties on the side, just right there. Oh, I love that so much. And then this, I want this cluster to come right over here. And then this bow can either go there or, yeah, I think I'm going to have it go there. And we're going to just leave the today and always just like that. Oh my goodness. Isn't this so fun? Okay, let's get these pieces lifted up now that we know where we want everything to go. And then I can tack those down, and I will go ahead and speed this up for you. So we're going to take that large fresh freesia heart, and I decided to move it up a little bit higher than originally. And then I'm going to take the Poppy Parade heart tag and put that off to the right, and then the other heart is the real red. And then I'm taking the X and the O, adding a little green glue, and then taking my tweezers and attaching them right to the far right side of this tag. And then I'm taking my leftover 3M dots that I have from my kits. Love those 3M dots, and they are perfect for attaching ribbon. And then isn't this a great place to put that arrow? Attaching it with a little bit of green glue, and that open space right there is perfect. See, even if I don't take a picture of my original example, I always end up figuring this out. And then this is the strawberry slush. I cut that in the larger heart, and then I did fresh freesia with this little one. And after I glued it down, I realized I didn't want it really in that place. So you'll see how I fix that in just a minute. So I'm adding some dimensionals to the little journaling tag that I created, adjusting the dimensionals, and then adding a 3M dot for that particular tag, attaching the ribbon. And that's when I realized, when I made a mess with the glue, and then I've got the forever and always on there on that other little banner tag, or today and always, sorry. I just realized that I needed to adjust that a little bit more. And so you're going to see me finagling this with the tweezers. And yes, there's a lot of glue. We'll clean that all up. Don't worry. But a lot of the times when I'm designing, I do change my original ideas. And that's okay. That's part of the creative process. And I want you to see all of that. So I'm just using a rub and remove eraser to get all of that extra glue off. So be careful, because that die is really fragile. And you'll see that I kind of bend it a little bit too much, get a little too crazy with that, but that's okay. It bends right back into place, and I'm able to get all of that extra glue off. And now I'm just using the seal to attach the banner down at the bottom, and I decide to move that kind of more over to the right, and I'm really happy with that placement. And then I'm also attaching those cute little extra bows to add a little texture to the layout. And you'll see that visual triangle now with the ribbon. It's perfect. It really creates a beautiful visual triangle. And I hope that you like some of these ideas that I've shared on here while you're watching this. And then you're going to see some close-ups. I want to bring your attention to the Sweet Designers. It's a collaboration that I just joined, and we are kicking off our very first project in January with the Made with Love Suite. And you can get this guide from me directly when you place a $50 qualifying online order, or you can buy the guide on my website in the file section. It's linked in the blog post for Made with Love, so you can't miss it. Message me if you have any questions. The file is $15, and it will give you access to all of these projects, including all of our measurements and our video tips on how to put together the projects. And you can also get the supply list where you can shop directly onto my website by clicking on that QR code right there. Anyway, it's a really fun way for me to thank everybody for purchasing directly through me, and you get this on top of the bundle of the month guide that I also share from another collaboration group that I'm in. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I look forward to the next video.